made a decision last night that I would die for it. Just to show the city what it takes to be alive for it.
Good morning.
Oh, so tired. I slept at like 3 something.
I know, I was really in deep sleep when you woke me up to go to sleep. Good morning. One first full day.
Need to work more. I gotta finish what I started. Made good progress.
To work at the pool.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta finish planning out this year. Oh. All right. We're back. We just got to this beautiful resort here in Turks and Caicos. Traveling with my peptides for the first time. I just got some NAD, and then I got my CJC ipamorelin, which I'm almost out of again. Got some drinks here, complimentary, which is nice, but you know, I don't think we'll be going through that too much either. This is the room, beautiful resort. We signed up for our activities. Most of you guys know I love fish, and I'm doing some snorkeling tomorrow. Jess can't because she is very pregnant right now. Here's some ducks. Whoa. Good morning, sir. How are you?
So far.
Good.
All right. Sir, set up for you all.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Brother.
All right. We are headed to dinner right now. Look how big. So big.
There's like a literal watermelon in here.
Had a nice little hour-long break after we had hung out by the pool. I went snorkeling. Oh yeah, we went to the beach. Wow, the clouds look super nice. I don't know if y'all could see that. Yeah, I was at the beach today. Went snorkeling. I almost caught a flounder with my hand, but it got super fast. I think it was like letting me get close, and then when it fleed, it just bolted and it was gone. I couldn't find it. There was like 3 fish that kept following me around, and there was a lot of fish down there. Yeah, and then I ran into a storm of jellyfish that were stinging me. It's because it's sunset. So we paid for this private dinner experience. It's where you basically like eat with a really good view. So we're just headed to that right now. Decided to walk. Whoa, is there people behind us?
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I don't want to mess with the shot.
Oh, you're good, you're good. All right, so we're gonna go here. Super chill day. I don't know if y'all just, man, yeah, like after this trip, I'm thinking about booking a beach villa for the team. And I was looking at places in Cancun, but if the villa has a big enough gym, ideally like a pickleball court or something, and it's oceanfront, and then we can hire a private chef, I think that would be an amazing team trip. Just because it's so nice when you get in the sun and then you take a nap in the sun and your mind is so still, you know, when your mind is super quiet, it just be hitting different. So I was looking at some like 10 to 12 people villas. Some of them were going for like 16 grand for like 4 nights, but I don't mind at all booking that stuff if it's for my team. So we got good work done, and it's an experience, and life is short, so might do something like that later this year. But we are pulling up right now to dinner. There's my beautiful wife. So beautiful. And this is that $80 cigar. I didn't realize how close Cuba was to Turks. Right next to it. Whoa, the sun looks insane right now. Is it worth it now? This is I can't taste any difference. Whoa, my gosh, it's so beautiful back there. This place reminds me a lot of the place I stayed in Bali with Austin. It's very similar setup. Look at this dude. Oh, cool. Wow. Beautiful. Got a lot of people watching the sunset right now.
Can do. If you do video, you can do.
Yeah.
Yes,
How you
yeah.
doing?
Good, did you?
I'm doing well.
Good, good.
Mr. Uri or Yuri?
Yuri.
Yuri, cool.
Wow, he's a natural.
All right, so we're just doing a private dining experience here. Got an incredible view of just the entire ocean. Yeah, it's nice. Weather's beautiful. I think it's worth doing stuff like this. I mean, they do charge the crap out of you to do something like this. This dinner's $1,000, but I think it's worth it for the view and the experience of what you get. Pretty chill trip so far. I usually don't like vlogging when I'm traveling. I just don't like to be carrying a whole extra camera rig, so I've been just filming on my phone. I love my camera rig. A lot of people have been asking like what camera rig I've been using. So I got the Sony a6700. It was between this or the, what's the one that you use?
The Sony one?
Yeah.
I don't know the exact name. Just the Sony tripod one. Let me look it up.
I know the name. It's like a plastic, cheaper version, and I was considering that, but I think just this one is so much better. I really care about weight as well.
Oh, ZVE10.
Oh yeah, ZVE10 Mark II is what I was considering, but I think this is like the perfect setup. I was doing so much research on just a portable compact setup, because at home I have the FX3, the A7S3, I have a lot of Canons, R5, R3. I guess I don't have that many cameras. These are the main ones. Yeah, so far my thoughts of this resort though, it's chill. I think this is definitely a busier season. Notice a lot more people around here. The food is really, really expensive. It's like, it's been a hit or a miss. Like, you're not gonna get crazy good cuisine here. So I think you should not stay here for more than like 3-4 days. But Turks and Caicos apparently has like some of the highest crime rate for the Caribbeans, so we don't plan on leaving this island either. And then any of their activities cost quite a bit too. I think their boat excursion was like $6,000. To me, that's not worth it unless I'm like with friends or if I'm able to fish and I can really enjoy it. But whole purpose of this is just enjoying the weather. I was reading online that the locals really don't like the tourists here, but who knows? You never really can trust Reddit and all that, but I could see that, I could believe it. So I think if you're living on the East Coast, like, you know, if we're in the DC area, I think Cancun is still better just because you have the better service there and food's a lot cheaper. I don't know why you would come to Turks and Caicos aside from you just want blue waters, but then you can also go to Bahamas or Jamaica. Like,
Yeah, but the resorts are not so good.
yeah, this is like probably the nicest resort along the East Coast. You have this.
Dominican Republic is probably the most comparable.
Yeah,
Like
or the
more
DR.
resorts.
The reason we decided to check this resort out instead of the Amman in DR is because it's like an hour-long drive or something. It's kind of a hike from the airport to get to the actual resort. Here it was about 25 minutes, not too bad. But everyone's definitely on island time around here. Everyone's very just like chill, laid back. You don't have the same kind of service that you would see in Dubai or Asia. But if I were to rank the best services, I'd probably say Indonesia, Bali. Man, those people, you could like just feel the friendliness and the genuine service. I say Dubai has really good service, but they all like afraid. You can feel the fear coming from them. And then if you're in like Korea, I mean, the service is really good just because hospitality in Asia is at another level as well. But overall, I mean, great area here. There are some bugs. That's something I really don't like. It just ruins the whole experience sometimes. It's not bad here, but there's definitely some mosquitoes, and there are like tiny little flies here that we've noticed. But aside from that, I mean, It's not bad. It's not bad. I think the big criteria for me is I like places where it's clean, accessible, the food is good. But I think what I'll do next time, guys, if I'm doing like a tropical trip, last time we did a boys trip in Sarasota, Florida, and I really like that, but there are these little things called no-see-ums. They're like tiny little bugs, and they destroyed like our legs. They basically like drill a hole into you, and they're microscopic. You can't even see them. It's like the worst critters I've ever encountered in my life. Oh yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, it's...
You look like... Why does he look like this?
You're getting me while I get you.
Yeah, Inception. Look.
Nice. Yeah, such a short trip. I thought we were flying home Friday.
Gosh, I look like... What's a metaphor for how I look like? Just a balloon?
Snorlax.
Yeah, I literally look like Snorlax.
I am the fireman.
Actually, can you give me some without the flash?
Yeah, I got you.
I think the no flash actually looks better right now.
All right, I am the photographer. Yeah, I like these.
Yeah, right?
I think you'll like that last one here. I feel like I know your style, man.
My style? Yeah, I like it darker like this.
Okay. Guys, don't forget, I was a amateur photographer back in the day. Not really though. My HRV was so low today. 43. Heart rate variability. 56 to 64 is normal. I mean, it's not terrible, but I'll try to sleep early tonight. Maybe I'll try to have a good deep work session tomorrow morning. If you ain't doing deep work, you're never gonna be able to have deep finances. The sky looks, look at those clouds, guys. That looks like the chart of how Bitcoin will look this year. Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Up, down, up. And then we die. All right, so 2-course meal, $510. Setup $850. Paid $850 for the view. Oh, well, we got some cool photos at least. How do I even tip this? Should I add a $100 tip? $100?
Maybe just...
1, 3, 4. All right, that was dinner. Let's get going. All right, apparently there's a rocket ship.
Right here, you're gonna miss it.
Where? Oh, shoot.
Wow.
Wow.
She's really going around.
I see it. All right, guys, there's a rocket ship.
That's the photo, guys. If you're looking for it.
There's a rocket ship. All right, guys, we just saw an alien. All right, we just ordered some room service, and I'm just like trying to think. I was like, let me see. Just trying to think. I got my journal here, got my Bible, got a really good book. Highly recommend this book. Had a nice David off. Might have one more, but really trying to think. What does this all mean? I know that content, like this stuff, this is just the stuff I got to be doing. And then eventually the right person will see this who ends up joining the cool kids. Alright, so here's one thing. I got this far because this is so I need more. I wonder. It's okay. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. It's been a little bit since I had this camera up here. I just got back from my trip a little while ago with Jessica. And since I got back, there was a lot that I just reflected upon going into this new year. I'm right now here with John, and then we got Andre.
What's up?
John and I have been friends since, how old were we, bro?
Third grade.
First to third grade, yeah. But yeah, John was in the military for a little bit, trying to figure out what he's trying to really accomplish and find passion in. And we used to hang out, go to church, be degenerates. We had a lot of fun. We played sports growing up. John always played soccer. I'd say we were both more on definitely the more athletic side without gassing ourselves up. So we always had fun just playing whatever sports. And for a season of our life, we were fishing. And then another season, we were at community college together. And then over the years, as I started to just get more into business and John joined the military, we grew distant, and then we just started working together recently, and it's been good.
It's real good, man.
very grateful, and yeah, I'm blessed.
Yeah, life ain't always easy, man. John's been through a lot, you know. Everyone always goes through stuff in their life too, but this man is here and he's still strong-willed.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, you know I gotta hold back, man. You can tell him everything.
Yeah, man. John's parents both passed away in like a very short period of time, and I mean that was even hard for me, bro. So like I always wondered how hard that was for him. But yeah, that was hard. That was like hard seeing your parents, because I've seen them basically growing up my whole life too. Because his dad was always a big part of church and always getting us to move all the Korean church tables and the chairs. And his dad used to every Sunday go to DC to help serve the homeless there, like serve them food and stuff. He'd always try to be recruiting us to go, and we'd hide from him. But yeah, his dad passed away first, and it sucked, man, because it was from which cancer? Lung cancer?
Lung cancer.
Yeah, lung cancer. So just saw him get like really skinny, and then he was on the life support for a little bit, and then it was literally like within a year his mom like declined like really fast too. So we're here now, and we got to be thankful for what we got. But right now we're headed to picking up my car here from Chris. It's a long drive, so it's about an hour from where we live, and then John's got to come like 30 minutes to my house. We also have Andre back here. Andre joined us like 6-7 months ago. Well, hey, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, my education's been a long way. I've been a full-time college student for 3 years now. I'm graduating at the end of the year, but
Flex your scholarship, bro. You got a scholarship, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a pretty good scholarship, almost a full ride, some slight. But yeah, school's never really been for me. I've always been passionate about like investing and stuff, and I have my own YouTube channel, shout out Finance Bull, where I've created crypto content and like price prediction videos. And come around last year and during the bull run from like November when Trump got reelected as president, I like put my foot down and went all in to making videos while I was working my internship at CME Group. And I made a video on Ski Mask Dog. Brian called that out really early in Kaizen. People made a ton of money, and he saw one of my videos. That's how we got connected, and I started working for him. I resigned my typical TradFi job, and now we're making big moves on the content team where I'm leading the department, and we've got some pretty crazy initiatives that we're building towards for next year.
So what have you learned so far, just us like mapping out the future of 2026 and just...
Man, we gotta lock in. No, but I've learned a lot in terms of we really need to step it up on our side, making sure we've got systems in place, because I mean, right now the markets are pretty flat and there's not much going on, but we need to be able to build these systems and talk about these things right now to be able to identify what gaps need to be filled, how many people we need to bring on, what roles we need filled for certain areas to keep on moving. Even if one person, for example, you know, takes a vacation or gets sick, we're not running into any delays. Like, this is a really critical time, especially towards the end of the year right now, where we're mapping out what we need and how we're going to keep this business moving forward, not only just coasting, but really progressing to the next level. One thing's one, I have full faith in each of the guys on our core team. We've got a lot of good people: Jeremy, John, Austin, Sebastian. We're bringing on a few others. We all are A players, so no matter what happens, we're gonna run into some bottlenecks, but our team is gonna be able to naturally overcome that without a problem.
Yeah, we're hiring right now for a few positions. We're bringing on one more person to join our research department. I think she's incredibly talented, and I mean, she just popped up on the radar just commenting on one of my tweets, and then I could just see how much she takes action. And Austin has been doing a really great job just being able to stay in touch and see and feel out her strengths. So I'm really excited for her. I think she'll do really well. We also put out a job posting for a UI UX designer to be our project and product designer on a lot of the apps and SaaS tools that we got to build out for Kaizen. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people shown interest on that, which is a bit more surprising. I think previously when I ran a job posting like that, I don't know if we didn't spend enough on LinkedIn, because usually you got to spend a couple $100 at least in order to get some hits, or maybe it's the job market. I think the job market, I mean, from what the feds are telling us, it's not good. And then I just know people in my own circle that have recently gotten laid off. So seeing that, and then now that I'm doing more research on seeing positions, LinkedIn has a cool feature where you can see related profiles. So if you see a UI UX designer, you click on one of them, then it'll show you more and more and more, and you can keep going. And the amount of people I've seen with that open to work little profile banner has been significant. So right now we are hiring for that. We got 6 really good candidates. Some of the best UI UX schools. I know it's Carnegie Mellon. I know University of Washington has a really good one. A few of the candidates I had, they've gone to Harvard, MIT for some of their studies, and then I'm really bullish on them. A lot of them have had some startup experience and then corporate experience. If I see someone with both, like really good education, Kuma Day, whatever you call it, they got 3.0, 4.0, good GPAs, Dean's List, and then they've had some startup experience. They have good corporate experience. I mean, that's usually a sign of a high potential A player. And, you know, I was telling this to John and Andre, it's like, we've been operating so much like a startup. And for me, that's been the most enjoyable, just because I love team culture so much. I love hanging out with, seeing my team, not only just as like people I work with or people who work under me, but really like my brothers, my friends, like people that I can really count on, depend on, really love upon. And I think that just comes back to even my faith and like where I am with my relationship with the Lord. I think Jesus, like even when he was walking the earth and he really started to work his miracles, he had his disciples. He had people that were under him that they were nobodies, really. I mean, some of them were fishermen. Some of them you just never would have expected. They weren't like elite people that came across that he did the work with. So for me, like, number one, I want to approach everything in my life as biblically as possible, because I've gone over 5 years just following the worldly business gurus. And listen, business, I don't even think there's like a right roadmap or pathway either. I think as long as you do stuff, eventually you will keep progressing and clicking. And maybe I only have the fortune of saying that because we've been operating at this higher level for a while. I think it's been at least 4 years we've been operating at least a 7-figure business. So maybe it's just because our baseline is increased, I can say that. But I think there's a lot of truth in that. There is so much more information now, and there's an excess amount of it. And the Word of God, that will never change. That is forever there. The Bible can speak to you. Living words, man. So yeah, this year, guys, I mean, I've seen a lot of people that I've done business with, that have been my peers, that are doing really, really well too. I have other entrepreneurs who are doing multiple 7 figures to 8 figures per month that I've grown with. If you get caught up in wanting to chase like the bag, the car, your idea of like, you know, a massive team, you want to have like 50 or 100 employees, you have to really reflect and ask yourself why. Because I thought like many years ago, that's what I wanted. I wanted an office, I wanted a 50, 100 man team. And we got to a point of about 50 people earlier last year. That's when we were, you know, doing some pretty solid numbers every single month. But I realized scaling back, like this is all that we've been doing. It's that story that some of you guys might heard. And I this is where I got to get stronger too, just in my memorizing my verses, really knowing all the parables really well, really knowing all the stories really well, because I can read and consume, and You know, I've done these Bible reading plans in the past, but things have never really stuck with me because I'm treating it like a chore. So this year I just finished that book. I posted on my Instagram story recently. It's called The Spirit-Filled Life. I thought that was a really amazing read. I just finished the last page actually yesterday night. That's why I slept a little bit later yesterday. But about 3 chapters towards the end, the author actually recommends like 5 or 6 books, which I also ordered, and they were all books on how to get more out of the Bible, how to read the Bible more. Because on the Bible in itself, it is dense, it is hard. And I got another book that was recommended to me by someone I recently just met. Shout out to Dan G. That dude's he's an absolute goat. But he recommended this like thick book on the Sermon on the Mount, and like really deciphering that. Because if we look back to even the New Testaments, the entire purpose of the New Testaments, guys, it points to one thing. It really is, I mean, obviously you have the stories, you have the different perspectives of what Jesus has done, but Sermon on the Mount has so much in terms of God speaking through Jesus and giving us an actual manual, like actual life directions. And when the Sermon on the Mount was actually being done, like Jesus was speaking that, he wasn't just doing it to the disciples who were there. Like that was not his intended audience, right? The whole purpose of that was for people in this new age, the society we live in now, for us to use that as the roadmap of our life. So I'm just starting that. That book is a lot more dense than the Spirit-Filled Life. I think the one that I just finished, that's perfect for like any beginner. I just recommend The Disciplines of a Godly Man to my boys here. Just ordered a few more copies, but I think that's another great book for anyone who wants to really just get back into the Word. I would say start with supporting books rather than trying to force yourself to read from like Genesis and then going till the end of the Bible. But yeah, it's been really good, guys. So usually whenever, you know, I have team members that I'm working with, because it's not the first time we've done like brainstorming sessions or planning out the new year, I've always been so like stressed and you know, I've always had this pressure of like, we need to figure it out, we need to get it done. But right now, I'm more in this season of, I know things are gonna come together, and most importantly, I'm just waiting on God in this season of life, waiting on God to give us proper clarity, proper direction first, rather than us trying to force it. So there's a part of us where we wanna come out with all the content, we wanna make the best banger videos, but we also wanna reflect and like go deeper within why we're doing that, how we can continue to set ourselves apart, because with AI coming and people being able to make content even more effortlessly in terms of like production, edits, animations, quality of info, I mean, even stories are going to get outsourced. I want to make sure that we are on the right track, because I'm not trying to just be on YouTube as I have over the last 8 years for just another 1 or 2 years. I'm gonna be on YouTube till I'm 50, 60 years old. I always wanna talk value. I always wanna lift other people up. I wanna motivate and inspire as many people as I can, because that truly brings me a lot of life and joy when I can see others who progress. So YouTube is always gonna be the best medium for me on that, just because I can talk clearly like this. But I have my Substack, guys, that I'm starting. I had another Substack in the past. I grew that to like 500 or 1,000 followers, and then I never really posted on there. The only reason I think it grew so much too is just people at the time where it was in the pandemic, everyone was like wanting to read something. But I never really took that too seriously. I just focused on content, video content instead. But I'm really bullish on Substack, actually. I'm really bullish on people who are able to take their thoughts and just good written out content, similar to personal newsletters. So my goal is to do that every week or every other week. We'll see what actually is feasible for my schedule. But the goal is every week to be able to talk about the struggles, all the ups and downs of business, because bro, it ain't always easy. And success is very subjective. For me right now, the trip I was at in Turks and Caicos, so I was thinking a lot about death, not in like a weird grim way, but just thinking about like, if I were to die in the upcoming year, you know, are the people that I care about taken care of? What have I not done? What do I want to accomplish? And the conclusion I came to is, if I knew I was dying in a predefined period of time, how would I change? Like, what else would I do? And I'm pretty content right now. I'm sure I would like travel a bit more and like do some more fun experiences, but that can only last so long too. When you're traveling, you just like roaming around, you're a wanderer. I think some people can do that. I'm not wired that way. I love seeing progression in my body, like feeling good, like working out. I love just having a few close friends. I do not care about having a lot of friends. I just need a few close ones that I can count on reliably, and I'm good. And then just me spending that time with my wife and my family. So the conclusion I drew from me thinking a lot about if I had a shorter period of time here on this earth is I'm really just happy with what I've done so far, where I'm at. There's not really, I mean, I want to definitely accomplish more, make a larger impact, but overall right now, I feel like I have everything that I need, and I'm at this point in life right now. I don't need anything more in terms of materialistic things. I think those are just byproducts of the success and, you know, the accomplishments and the impact that we can make. I love the building aspect right now. That gives me so much energy and excitement. I love doing it with a team that is able to pick themselves up too. So going into this new year, you know, I've been praying a lot about, you know, God just reducing the weight, helping me to get to that point where I can build just really effectively and then just do it to grow His kingdom as well. God's been already working a lot in many, many ways, and I'm really grateful for this upcoming year. I have a feeling we're gonna do a lot of great things, but you know, I just want to keep praying about that and making sure it's not just my own will that I'm getting that from. So here's what we got to do next. Well, you know, we got people we got to continue to train up because we've reduced the company size a lot. I'd say we're at maybe 13 people full-time now, and we're gonna have the designer join, then we're gonna have to bring on an engineer or use an agency to build out what our product designer is gonna do for us. Then we start to build some more structure. I am right now trying to hire a scriptwriter, someone who can help me to take my thoughts and all the concepts and all the stories and all the things that I want to teach, and just being able to put that down in an organized way. I always can recognize like really good content, but it takes me a while to make my videos. I've had probably a lot of people on our team who have helped and contributed on that. Like at one point, my head of research, I tried to get him to script write. That wasn't happening. Andre, he scripted a few videos. How hard is that, join Andre?
Really hard, man. A lot of late nights.
A
lot of late nights.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most difficult, how hard is that?
I mean, honestly, like it's definitely up in the 8s to 10s.
What makes it so hard? Why are my videos so hard, you think?
There's a lot of value that you find in Brian's channel that you don't find anywhere else. We really have a lot of data, a lot of research, and the thing that takes up a lot of time is just making sure the video flows well, that the fact that we're providing value to the viewers, and like making sure nothing's outdated, nothing's inaccurate. I think it literally takes up a lot of time to just make sure the video flows well.
Yeah.
Make sure it's actually helping somebody as well. We really want to help people make money, understand what's going on in the markets, and make sure that they have the knowledge to be able to position themselves in a good way. Otherwise, we're not going towards our mission, and that I'd say is a pretty good like goal of ours, is to help people.
Yeah, with our videos in the past, the quickest I've been able to turn around like an hour-long video by myself was maybe 3 days if I'm like super locked in, no meetings, no one's blowing up my phone, which is always happening. But on average, it would take me about a week, and then it takes our video editors a week, and then we're trying to get them to be more efficient, so we hired another video editor in that process. So we've messed around a lot with it, but the reason it does still take a long time is I want to always be able to present info that's easy to digest for people. So we do all the research that we can. We know more than enough about the topic, and we go really deep, and then we have to edit and filter out so much of that to what makes the cut on YouTube. And then we got to figure out the retention side, making sure that these are interesting topics, because you know everyone's got ADHD nowadays in this new age. So we're trying to make sure that the video is flowing and it's something that people could pay attention to. But I think I've been optimizing way too much on retention, especially when we went through the crypto bull run. You know, we were helping people, our videos are slapping, and at one point, like some of our crypto videos, man, these banger videos is what I call something that just like hits for like a few days, people are interested in, and then usually it dies down. But our banger videos were turning into evergreen videos, and we started to create this hybrid form, like a banger evergreen. And I realized there are certain videos that can do that. It just depends on market conditions. It depends on the interest of the world, if they're really into a certain topic at that time. I still love like being able to speak to beginners. I think, you know, in 2027, I want to expand that and then talk to more of my tribe, like people who are elevated. But our funnel is still very simple, guys. You know, we are able to know where a beginner is thinking, where their struggles are at, and then we're able to make the content to provide value to them. They get interested, they join our community. In our community, we're able to then support them more, get them to a higher level, and then build out some tools in between. So yeah, I know it's been a lot of yapping here today, this morning on the car, but I think it's a lot of good stuff to think about, you know. Intentions for anyone here, whoever wants to start their business or is, you know, eventually trying to look to join a team. I used to bring on a lot of interns, you know. I used to bring on a lot of people who didn't have qualifications and then train them up. But, you know, that process usually takes about 6 months. And it's not something that is going to allow us to scale at this point. So gone are the days now, like, we're not really interested in interns anymore. Maybe until we get like 20 people and like managers are properly set. You know, everything, KPIs, SOPs are all laid out and we know it's working and we're not shifting him all the time. At that point, I think an intern is fine. But when you're a smaller team, an intern, because they're giving you free work, but then you got to give them time, the ROI is still not there unless they're really, really good as an intern and you're able to find that value from them. So moving forward this year, we're only trying to work with people who are qualified. Like, I get so many DMs and people constantly asking me to work with me and work for me. And guys, like, I think gone are those days. I mean, who knows? When we expand faster than we do, we can open that up. But yeah, it's just, I've realized over the years of hiring in that capacity, it's just not great for you to be able to hit like next levels. So right now we got the team that we need. Obviously, you know, anytime the right person does come along with good credentials and it's clear on where we can work together on, we'll always give it a shot. I think hiring is one of those things where you can never have 100% hit rate. And I've also outsourced hiring too within my own departments. But I really like the idea, just if you have a team smaller than 20 people, you should continue to do your hires yourself unless they're really like things that like it's bookkeeping, it's customer support. But even then, I think it's good you do that and you're able to build the exact culture that you're looking for, because that's what allows you to work in a fun environment, people that you can depend upon. And the last thing I want in my company is to just have such a corporate feeling. You know, I think KPMG, Deloitte, all these places is a blessing because it provides jobs and it provides income to families. But bro, like, people are trading their souls to just make money then. Like, you're actually killing them, not allowing them to live a life because they're so dead. They have no drive, they have no light in their soul, in their eyes for you to give them money. I don't know why that's not even, like, to me, that's modern day slavery, you know? A lot of people who feel like Monday scaries or whatever you call them, it's like, it's sad, man. And that's not how we ought to live in this world. You don't need to be like that. You know, I was able to start this business here about 10 years ago, and I grew up in the DMV. Guys, there's like no talent in the DMV. You get like one dude every now and then who becomes a superstar, but it's not like Orange County. It's not like San Francisco. It's not like New York City, Miami. Granted, a lot of those places are where people move to once they make their money, but this is one of those areas where it's suburban. People only care about like basic needs being met. They don't have a drive to do more, or if they even happen to have a drive to do more, they're too scared to do anything about it. I don't think everyone needs to be a boss. I don't think anyone needs to own their own company. Let me say that. Doing that is really hard. I've gone through the most stressful conditions. I also had God's hand on my life for a while. I think He has blessed me enormously, and it was the right timing, but I was ready. I was always ready for the opportunity, even when things weren't working. My first business didn't work out. My second business didn't work out. My third business didn't work out. My channel in the beginning, it felt like a failure, but I just kept going until things started to click. And then we had the pandemic, and then we had TikTok was created. Then we had short form content made. And then, dude, short form videos only came up about 3 years ago. You know, like it was pretty chopped before then. Instagram Reels only locked in their algorithm like in the last 6 to 12 months. TikTok had a decent algorithm, but then you didn't have that many developed creators on there either. We're all going through new times, but if you're not ready for it, you're gonna miss those opportunities. So I'll say this, starting a business is incredibly hard, but you don't always have to start your own thing either. If you're able to get lucky and find the right team, I've had people who have joined different teams and have flourished, and that's where they find their growth. And luckily even for us, we're in an industry too, we're in crypto. The upside is there. People close to us have been able to make $50, $100, $200, $300,000 in just a few months as a byproduct of working together for us or working together with us. They just understand crypto. And when you're operating and working together with a team that is constantly researching, you eventually get passed down. Like you'll eventually get a layup. And if you're ready to capitalize on that, it's only a few of those that you got to hit before, you start seeing some of those 6-figure tags. Guys, even with crypto right now, it's really slow. Like Bitcoin's been in this range. No one's interested in crypto, but this is why we're building as much as we are. This is why we spent the last 6 to 8 hours strategizing yesterday as our team. So yeah, super excited. And now we're pulling up here. Here we go. The GT is right there. Yeah.
It's clean.
Let's go. Oh, the black things. All right. Tints look good too. Oh, I can't wait to hear this exhaust. All right, guys. So we just made it here. I'm probably going to put that whole entire yapping session in there. All right. No cuts. Keep it raw.
It's going to be a long vlog.
You got anything to say?
I just want to say, be bold in whatever you do.
And go to church. Find a good church.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need to go to church.
You need to go to church?
Yeah, I'm going to go, bro.
Yeah, go to church this Sunday, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Chat, what a car. Dang. It's pretty insane to see.
Dang, that thing is loud.
Wake the whole neighborhood up.
Is it loud? My audio is like so jacked up. I don't know why. Because I guess it was so loud.
I
Bro,
mean,
do you guys have a tire repair kit here? Of course. Oh man. Got you, John.
did it take a while?
They're cool though. They're fast. Yeah, I heard. It's like a hybrid, right? Hybrid system on the still V6. You like this or the R7 or the Mercedes?
I don't like Mercedes. I had an E63S. It's cool. I'm a BMW fan, so I love the RS7s also as well.
Let's just start out with some prayer this morning. And then, or let's just cover just how yesterday went. I know we reflected a little last night for like 5-10 minutes, and then let's get into reading. After we read, let's just share some things, you know, that we got out of. And let's just really be intentional about today. After we get out of our reading, our reflection, we'll close out again in prayer. We love you, and I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All the lineages of people, like the genealogy tree, that's actually connected in. Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Hi.
안녕하세요. 안녕. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
차 새로 산 거 축하해.
Oh, thank you.
축하해. 이뻐.
와.
우리 애기는.
커요.
So big like you.
Yeah.
9 pound.
지금
내일 저기 김밥 좀 말아가지고 갖다 줄까?
아유 더 이뻐졌네 우리 애기. 또 어깨빵 한다. 혼자 있었어.
에스트로볼.
걔한테 뭘 바래?
에스트로볼. 에스트로볼. 볼. 에스트로볼.
에또 드랍. 왜 애를 토끼를 만들어? 아유 에스트로 얼굴 좀 보자. 아이고 이뻐라.
에스트로. 에스트로볼.
아이고 이뻐라. 주세요.
아이 됐어. 침 너무 많어. 됐어.
아 들어. 아이 들어.
나이스.
야 너무 멋있다.
야 이거 아니 이게 무슨 something HD 매트릭스가 무슨
Going back into the gamifying stuff, just real quick, what is our award? What are we gamifying them towards? Is it just the badge or something? Or are we gonna have prizes?
It could be just badges or special whatever. We are also going to do like mentorships.
All right, welcome back to another day. Welcome back to another vlog. We got Astro here, and today is your boy's birthday. All right, so I just had a team meeting for the last hour and a half. I got some really good reading and praying in today. And I just don't know what to do today for my birthday. So we're about to go to the mall because I've been wanting to shop a little bit. All right, so we'll go to the mall. Maybe I'll look around for some stuff, and then we'll walk Astro. I'm looking forward to working out later tonight, and I just want to drive my car. But every day is my birthday. That's why I just don't have like today just feels like another day, a little bit more special. But I've been getting a lot of people texting me, happy birthday. And on days like this, I try not to be on my phone as much, but you know, I appreciate everyone who reaches out, wishes that, it means a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog today. Yeah, I probably won't. Maybe I'll come back and do a haul of maybe some stuff I got. Peace. All right, what's up guys? So just got back from the mall. First time I went shopping like this in a while. So we hit a J. Crew factory store. This was actually where I used to shop all the time when I was in high school, except back then I would have to go to the Rehoboth Beach one, no sales tax. Got some of my favorites from Uniqlo. Got a haul from Lulu. And then my other favorite store, Abercrombie. All right, here we go. Uniqlo waffle cut or waffle knit. This is that Henley I was telling y'all about. I love this shade of blue, so fire. Let me show y'all the fit of this black shirt. So I got this in an extra large because I know it's gonna shrink, but yeah, this is how I like my shirts. I think that's pretty fire. That QZ right here from J. Crew. Sleeves are a little long, but I got this in a large as well. And I just love the thinness. When it comes to buying clothes, I feel like whenever I order online, it's always such a hit or a miss, but in stores, I can always feel the fabric, and that's when I can buy it. Dude, I found this hat at Abercrombie. This one is lightweight with the plastic snap on the back. It's a $50 hat, but it fits good. Yeah, and I love the brown. So I'm gonna put that to the side here. I got a nice comfy vest from Abercrombie. This joint was on sale actually. It's 130, but I think I got it for 100 bucks. I got a lot of vests, but this one is so comfy. The inside lining is like furry, so I love that. I don't know if I got a slight neurological condition, but I am very particular about fabrics and how they fit, and if things are too tight, I just won't wear it. So we got this, which I think is awesome. Super comfy, lined, super warm. This was a fire pickup. Now this one was, I don't know if they just released this, but man, this is such a good blend. It's just enough stretchiness, but it holds a form. I mean, this one's really nice. So this one is the Black Lulu Why We Made This All Yours Organic Cotton Long Sleeve. 58 bucks. Honestly, ROI I think is really good on this one. It feels so comfortable. It doesn't feel tight. I feel like I can move around. Really like this here. I think Jessica got herself a little fleece. All right, this I think is fire. So I got a lot of these Lululemon quarter zips, especially for the gym, but this is the first time I've seen them have like a waffle knit. So it's thicker and it's got some, I call these girl holes because it makes me look like a woman, but it's so nice, so warm. And I think this was a good cop. This is the waffle knit half zip. I love the waffle stuff. I love waffle because it adds just a little bit of flexibility. And I forgot to mention this, but I did get another pair of some Pace Breaker lineless shorts. Always got to go for the 5-inch inseam, okay? Got to show off the monster rockets. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, guys, of course I'll buy like designer here and there, but not really with my like daily essentials. This was a really good haul. I think I got everything for under $1,000 because we got some discounts, some promos. 1, 2, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 18, 19. We got 19 stuff. All right, you know what? Let me see how much it actually came out to. 126 at Uniqlo, 432 at Lulu. Right around 1,000, maybe just a tad over 1,000, but I got 20 pieces of really good stuff that I'm gonna wear till, I guess, spring or summer comes along. Oh yeah, do you want Sabrina to open her shoes?
Oh yeah, your shoes. That's another thing you have to take.
Hi, Sabrina.
Hello. Hi, vlog.
Get away, Astro, get away. Get away.
How's your birthday going?
It's good. So much fun.
Yeah?
Dude, this is a good haul. All my stuff fits so well. I feel so...
You look like a new person. Who are you?
I'm ready for a vacation with my outfits.
Here. Oh, thank you.
Late Christmas gift. Well, Christmas gift part 2.
See, Esther?
For my sister-in-law.
Thank you. Whoa.
Can you guess what it is?
Oh yeah, she told me.
I showed her.
Oh, you told her? Yeah. Well, you gotta see if it fits at least.
Okay.
Astrid, get your big head out of there. Go. Get your big head out.
These are very high quality. And it comes in a travel case. This is a travel case.
Man, I was low-key trying to buy these, but they were
really?
sold out in my size.
Oh.
They were sold out in a lot of sizes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I kept seeing these on Instagram.
Yeah, I think you sent it to me.
Oh, did I? I thought you sent it to me.
Oh.
Did I send
Wait, does it go like this?
Yeah, you can crush them both, and it's supposed to be portable.
You
Like,
crush
yeah,
them? Oh, you crush them both and then put it in here?
Yeah. That's why it's like a travel slipper.
Like this.
It doesn't take up much space in the
Like
luggage.
this.
I don't know.
I don't want to
actually.
crush it. Look it up. Wow. Made in Italy.
Nice.
Those are nice. Man, this was a fire haul, man. Fire. Fire.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. We got 50 people at the crib right now. This is Project X, all right? We're about to play some White Elephant. So listen up and see what happens.
Oh, that's rap? That's meant for an elephant.
But I think we had that same pot in
Yeah. And then the weight, it's like a weighted blanket, so you fall asleep right away. I bet.
All right. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday we had a really big Christmas party at our house. We had over 50 guests. I've never done anything that big before, but I wanted to because we moved into this new home over a year ago, and I think just if God blesses us, you know, it's our responsibility to be able to host nice things and do that. You know, it was fun, but you know, when you're taking care of a lot of guests and people who sometimes don't know each other, it's a lot of work, man. But for this whole thing, let me just show you guys. I bought this poker table off of Amazon. This thing's actually really nice. We got a whole karaoke machine. All right, this joint was so hard to find because this is a new business idea for anyone. Karaoke machines. I don't know why, but you just can't find good high quality ones. And this thing is Korean, so it's already like hard to read, but it works decently well. But it costed like $2-3 grand, and we had to order it from some like private business in LA. In Korean culture, these things called norebangs are really popular, but I just love singing and having a good time. Because there were a lot of people, we weren't really sure what we were gonna do about the parking situation. So I ended up just hiring a valet company. It costed like $800 for about 4 or 5 hours that they were here for 4 people. So I think $200 for 4 people per hour isn't too bad. And then, you know, I tipped them pretty well too. So it came out to be just over $1,000, but we don't host events like this very often. And I had a lot of business friends that came over, and it was really good just reconnecting with them, talking about, you know, whatever's happening, whatever we're cooking on. So it was good. Valet took care of everything yesterday for the guests. We ordered Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A just has really good catering services, so people really enjoyed the nuggets. And also we ended up getting this Peruvian chicken place and for catering. It was really good. I think that's just one of the best staples for catering. So if you ever plan on hosting like big events, I think that's the way to go. ROI on Chick-fil-A, everyone loves it. I think the nuggets, you get a lot of bang for your buck. And then Peruvian chicken with them yucas, it'd be filling them up. So we had to think really tactically on this one to see, you know, how we can feed that many people for the first time. But it was good. It was good. A few Christmas gifts from a few of my friends. I got another ST DuPont cutter here. Shout out to my boy Claude. That is just an amazing gift because I know that man, you know, he on that military salary right there today. That's like I think like 1 or 2 weeks worth of work. Yeah, it just it always means a lot to me, especially when some of my childhood friends are just so generous in that way. Especially knowing just where I am like financially in my life, but I never ever take those things for granted because I know what it's like to be there. And anytime I get a gift from someone, I do appreciate it, no matter the size. Let's go on with our day. All right, guys, it's Tuesday night, December 30th, right before the New Year's here, and I've just been praying for more of a breakthrough. I've been praying and really just trusting in God, and He's been doing a lot of incredible things, even just reshaping the org. I think all of 2025, I felt really lost. I felt kind of directionless, even though we've built a substantial brand and we've been able to make money and do a lot of great things. I always felt like something's kind of missing. I've been on the up with a bunch of other creators in the finance space, some of them who are much more successful than I am. But I've come to learn with my boy Astro here that some people could just live their whole life stuck on this rat race. They can really just be in this constant state of chasing the views, chasing the algorithm. Even at the highest level, guys, I've seen it happen where people are miserable even when they're making tens of millions of dollars, like money in a bank account. I think it's a hard question when you know, make some people happy. I think it adds stability and I think it can help you, but you need to have a good foundation, and more money doesn't mean more happiness at a certain scale. So yeah, I feel like this is a pivotal moment here. You know, I got my Interstellar music playing. I've been just like thinking and writing and really just trying to think about like where I want to take the brand this whole past year of 2025. I've just taken a step back from social media, mainly because I just didn't really feel inspired to make the content I was making. All the finance stuff, all the crypto stuff, and it felt like a grind. But right now I'm realizing like God he needs to be more centered in everything that I'm doing here. Far too often, I'm just constantly, I'm falling short, but I know that Jesus was real. He walked this earth, and I'm gonna do my duty to fulfill, to observe, and to honor. Right now, I'm just mapping out on my whiteboard. I have like a Canva open, I have my real whiteboard, I have my notes open, I have a notepad, and I'm just going over all the SOPs, how I like making videos, and what really allows us to stand out. So this has been like the most valuable last 2-3 hours of me working, and I feel like I'm really close right now to where things are starting to make a lot more sense, where I want the main channel to go. And yeah, guys, I mean, I've been blessed with the main channel, and I have the skills of being able to make videos, and I don't want to just quit or give that up, right? I think there's still a lot of potential that I've not yet filled into. I know that maybe even by the end of 2026, I am so confident. I can't even put into words how confident I am. I just know by the end of 2026, I'm gonna be talking with some great people within the space. I'm gonna be doing big things that right now I don't even know that I'm capable of. Whatever it is, I feel like it has to involve creating content, something with my brand, and just really being able to glorify God's kingdom more in this upcoming year. So things are starting to make sense. Like I said, on my whiteboard, I'm piecing things together. I've been posting more content on like Instagram. I've been testing TikTok a little bit, getting into Substack. Even I had a random call with a really good kid, and I found out that I enjoyed the convo. He was asking such good questions about building content or, you know, crypto related stuff, building a business. And I've never had too much of an interest in being a coach or a mentor or whatever, but I know I just do that naturally for others. I just never wanted to make that my business. Like, I just don't know how I feel about charging other people for it. I just like doing it naturally to the ones who want to just be better. And yeah, I just want to make this like update here just on some of the stuff I've been working on, figuring out just really the plan. But right now the main stuff here is we have the main channel. I've really defined what pillars I want to stay in, which is just crypto trading and investing. I think this is the 3 areas that are just perfect for me. I love investing because it scratches that little like ADHD part of my brain of being able to bet and research and go into new markets, being right. I love all the stuff happening within AI or even, you know, precious metals. They're all just running up right now. So right now, our focus has always been like quality of videos, meaning aesthetics, my design, my all this. But that is such a small, like, that's just the sprinkle. And the most important thing is just having a really good research team. I think it's always quality of info that's gonna help you to scale. So hopefully this year we are able to align people who are incredibly smart. We already have a research team and we're scaling that up right now. And I think, guys, this is the formula here. So Kaizen, I have a really good operator currently on it. I think he's gonna crush. We have all the SOPs written out. The vision is clear. We're super aligned. So I think this guy is gonna be able to definitely dominate. And I think Kaizen at the end of this year, we should easily, I expect us to, on the conservative side, do a 2 to 3x in revenue from what we've done before. I would not be surprised if Kaizen truly becomes like a $20 to $50 million company, because we know all that we need to do. It's just a matter of hiring those places and making sure we survive until the next bull run actually comes along. But I know right now, like the Instagram side of things, TikTok, like short form content, things are making a lot of sense right now. And it's actually funny how I'm learning these things. So when I pray and ask God for wisdom, a lot of you guys might think like, you need to hear God like whisper in your ear, or like he's gonna talk to you, and maybe that's how some of you guys hear him. But God, I feel like for me, I've never been able to like hear God. I've been able to feel instances of the Holy Spirit and his presence, like truly, where it has just wrecked and shattered my reality of existence. But recently, when I've been praying about God just like, you know, giving me direction, the way that it's been coming up is someone asks me for help. And I say, you know what? I'll help you. He said, I'll pay you for your time. This kid said, I'll pay you whatever you want. Let me know your hourly rate. I said, it's all good. Like, that money for me at this stage of my life is not going to change my life. And I also don't know if I'm going to be able to provide real value to someone who's trying to pay me. And I just don't want to make it all about money. But since I had that call, instead of charging him whatever my hourly rate would be worth, I learned a very valuable lesson. It was that I really enjoyed being able to answer some of these questions, and I saw myself for the first time where about 2 hours of time, it was like an hour and a half to 2 hours that just flew by, of me just feeling so good, so present about being able to help and coach someone more intimately. So it planted the seed in my head, and that is where I take signs from the Lord. Like, maybe there's a direction here on the coaching side, but let me just pray more about it, think more about it, wait on it until I get more of that confirmation. Today is a day where I feel that confirmation arising, and yeah, I've just been waiting, like trying to figure out like what content pillars to approach. And I think it's two things. It's one, I have to be ready to receive, and a version of me even 2 months ago who was not practicing my daily disciplines in my word or growing more spiritually, I wouldn't have been able to receive it. Or if God did try to give me a clear message, like, yo, Brian, I just want you to commit to, expanding my kingdom, I'd be like, yo, well, where's the money in that? Like, I wouldn't be ready for it to receive. So I think right now it's like God waits for you to be in that right season of your life for you to receive, just because we all have egos and we think like we don't want to let go certain things and we think we know better than we should. And number two, yeah, I think some things just take time for people to mature in, but I think there's always a better plan. I think the garden is much more green when you follow the ways of Jesus. And I'm learning to trust in that even more and more, guys, because I've always built my business in a way where I know how to make money, but it's not like exciting or something that continues to like fuel me and have me going. So yeah, this time around, guys, I mean, I'm getting excited again because on the main channel, I figured out what we can do here in order to make content exciting for me to film again, because I really just hate talking about things on YouTube. That it's a balance between things that I'm just learning that I'm not super confident about, and it's things where it's too boring because I know it so well. So that's just one of the struggles I think that you run into after making content for as long as I have on this platform. I even ran into a kid yesterday while after we ate dinner and hit the gym, and he was a kid working at the bakery cafe, and yeah, it was exciting. He wanted a picture together. He was working behind the cashier. He was like, I didn't think it was you and all this, and it was another confirmation for me, like, yo, I should be doing more here. I should try to impact others' lives more. I should be able to go deeper and really take this upcoming year seriously, and just start with a good plan. I really like in-person stuff. I really want to elevate the community in the DC area as much as I can. I want to go deeper with being able to help like people who really want to grow online, just because I know that space more. I want to do everything that integrates the Lord, like good Bible studies, good disciplines. I think all this stuff about health that I'm into right now, it's just pillars that support it. And then overall, I think we really need to clearly define that we are an industry leader within crypto trading and investing. I've been just researching online, how other big personal brands have, like, where they're kind of niched into. Most of them have already started just coaching programs, and that's like your Dan Martell's, your Alex Hermose's. I don't even know what Mark Tilbury sells. He might not even be selling anything crazy. He might just be doing affiliates. So I'm able to look through the rough, but I think right now, for anyone who's even watching, if this ever even goes online, this is like real behind the scenes right now. You need to have one main thing that you're doing where I think you need to own and be an authority leader in. Okay. For me back then, it was somewhat credit cards. Like, I still get recognized, funny enough, more for credit cards than crypto, which is crazy because it's accounts for, I think, such a small fraction of my overall viewership over the years. But people just always remember me for that stuff. So I like a market where it's a bit bigger, just because if the market is too small, I just get bored in it. Crypto, it's a massive market. If the market's good, everyone in the world wants to get into it. So yeah, crypto, trading, investing. If I can really nail down those three pillars this year with just beginner content, evergreen content, relevant content, applicable content for 2026, I think we're going to do a phenomenal job. I think that's supported by a really good research team, which we're hiring right now. I need good info in a way that I can break it down for people to understand, to be prepared to make money knowing all of this. I think trading is going to be a bigger niche than all these other small businesses, vibe coding, AI side hustles, drop shipping, whatever's new these days. And I'm trying to structure everything around like what my days would look like, which is, you know, Bible study, reading. The Bible is so dense. Like now that I'm actually doing proper Bible study, and if you guys don't know what that means, just go on my X. I made an article on how to actually do proper Bible studying, and this one book I'm reading is so good. It's actually right here, Living by the Book, The Art and Science of Reading the Bible, and it's just I can see why it takes a lifetime for people to fully understand the Bible. And even after a lifetime, I mean, I think there's so much in there, which has been really exciting for me. So I know if that's in my daily discipline, like how can I make sure that whatever I'm learning gets distributed in an easier way? So I got like 4 cameras right now on my desktop monitor, as you guys can see. And I am trying to create just a better efficient system where I can turn on the camera, film, I'm good to go, and my team works on it. They're able to push out the content. So I know my days will be rooted around my Bible studies. I think there's a lot of lessons from there that I can draw. I think one of my unique edge this year and what will make our content great is to be able to integrate like biblical real world principles into investing, trading, crypto. I think there's ways that I've done it before in the past, but I think if I do it with like my understanding of the word now, it's going to create such a strong moat and elevation on our business. And then I think about AI. If anyone tries to copy this, you know, I don't think it's going to last, because I don't think someone who can fake that will be able to last a long time. I think your relationship and walk with the Lord is a very spiritual and very serious thing. And anyone who just uses that in order to grow, I think eventually you'll get caught. I think eventually the Pharisees will get reckoned with and noticed and revealed and exposed. So I think this is really my moat, just thinking about like what separates me, where am I in life, what have I committed to, and what is something that defines my brand entirely. And that is my faith and my walk with the Lord. You know, never going to renounce that. I know I'm going to have days where I slip, I fall. I know I'm going to have days where I struggle and you know, I may make even bigger mistakes than I imagine right now, but this is like who I'm committing to. And ultimately, I think at the end of my life, I'm going to be proud of this transition that I've been making. So yeah, guys, I really want to honor and glorify that, which is not easy when you're like in the world of money and crypto and like influencers. It was always kind of hard for me to integrate like my relationship and God with like business. But when I just did it and just, I don't know what got me to do it like a year or two ago in my content, but in me doing it, it opened up more doors and it put me in front of like big pastors and other good Christian leaders. And I think that community has been helping me. And I know God has his kingdom and we all serve different functions. And I think that's where other people have been able to support me. One thing I hate doing is just like being a follower of like the algorithm or the world or whatever. Like it's just not fun to me. I love pioneering what I think is like my own stuff. I haven't seen anyone really do this to this level here. Yeah, I hope if I do this, I can do it right. I hope that this upcoming year, God can just put me in good relationship with like other believers that know business, that know content. I think that would be massive. Yeah, there's a lot of smart people I know, but I think it's not going to help. Right now, like my culture that I'm trying to create within the company is like before we start a meeting, we don't usually do this, but we just started in my last L10 meeting. This is for basically our leaders every week just to get aligned, and it was just to pray. I'd say majority of the staff that I know of right now, like they have their relationship with God, and this is for sure the way I want to grow. It's just an industry or a market that I don't know, but I guess that's what is exciting. I don't like just following frameworks or steps of the ways like people have done and figured it out. Like I want to still innovate and do something new, and that's what excites me a lot. That's what I love doing. I love creating my own style, my own recipe. This past year though was honestly, it was a really interesting year. There's not a single word that I can say that defines it. There were periods where I was super down. There were periods where I was incredibly stressed out. There were periods of time where I was really interested. There were periods of time where I fell out with people that I loved. There were periods of time where I grew closer with others that I didn't expect. There are periods of time where I still learned and wrestle with, knowing who to trust, knowing the good people. But I gained a lot of wisdom, I'd say, this past year. I think I've changed a lot. So that's the most valuable thing. I think there wasn't much activity really this year in crypto. I think I've been able to see more parts of the world, and right now, like, the momentum I'd say is pretty strong. Maybe not exactly on the content side, because we actually have to do that and implement this, and I got to sync up with my leads and the future hires coming in and finish writing out all these SOPs and just making it super clear. But at least for now, I onboarded my childhood best friend, which was massive. I don't ever talk about this because most people in the world have parents, or if they don't, it just, there's no real positive value in me talking about the fact that I retired both of my parents this past year. So like, those are big achievements for me, even before the GT3 and before like all this stuff. That's something where no matter how much money I'd made, like, I had to wait on my parents for them to be ready to do. But I've also learned a lot too. Like, if I'm gonna be completely honest, like, you know, I gave access to like all the credit cards that I have to my parents, and like there are times where they've gone crazy on it, and I've been like, I was like, dude, what? Like, I was like genuinely very upset. For a few months this past year, there were some times where the credit card bills like ran up a lot, like more than they would ever spend, and it was like, yeah, it was a lot of things. But you know, nobody has perfect parents, and I want to try to honor them as much as I can, and you know, put them in a good light as well. But I've learned a lot this past year, is all I'll say. I've learned a lot, guys. I've learned a lot. That is the most valuable thing. I've been able to see the advantages of different businesses, different people, and even the CEOs and entrepreneurs and the guys who are living at the highest level. Like, they got everything, companies built out, money in the bank, like whatever you think is successful to you. I see a lot of people who they're on their own treadmill, right? They're all on their own thing. And there's very few people that I've met that have actually broken out of that. And I think the world's version of freedom, it's very different. And I think it takes, I honestly still do believe it takes a certain amount of security in your life to be able to recognize and achieve that. But this is something I want to think more about before I really like commit to that messaging, which is you need to have money before you can grow more, like spiritually, physically. Because I know it's not fully true. I know there are some great believers here who, you know, can fully depend on the Lord, but maybe that just shows and reveals maybe my trust is not fully there. Because for me, it's like, even when I had no money, my relationship with God was still not the best. I don't know, it's one of those things I want to pray more about, guys. I think definitely having like a financial cushion, it gives me more peace of mind and freedom to then like read into the word. And like, if I spend 3 hours praying, like I can actually do that. Like, if you have to go to a hospital to work or go to school on a schedule, you can't do that. But I don't know, it's I think theological. I'm very curious too if this ever goes up, like if any of you guys have your own takes on that. My hot take is make the bag first, provide value to the world so that you have time to be able to live in this world off your freedom, and then use that to trust God. But you can still trust God in the whole process, but you can go more deeper since you have time freedom now. I need to pray about that for sure, because it don't sound right, but I don't know. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get back to like just mapping, putting this out on my computer, and really defining the pillars, establishing a very clear vision for the content team, and then syncing up with them and making sure we just have the hires in place and we execute. Love y'all. Let's see if this year we do what we're trying to do. All right, we just made it to Breeze Cafe. What do you get?
My favorite bang.
She loves this bang.
I call it the che bang because it makes you indigested.
It's so busy here.
We're not like
So many people. It's okay, she uses my card, so to her it doesn't feel like anything. It's so good.
Ooh, look how cute. Oh, wow. So hot. It's all they put butter in.
Look at that.